Hey everybody, my name is Chris. I play in a band called the Flatliners, and I'm here at CMJ with the AU Review.
With 3.5 years to create this last record, are you going to work out a way to kind of shorten that process the next time
Yeah, we're
around?
trying. I mean, the last time was, before that it was 3 years. Before that it was about 3 years. So we're usually on average about 3. We'll try to shrink it down a little bit.
But you can only do what you can only do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like this band's lifeblood has always been the road and everything, and it's difficult for us to write cohesive songs on the road. You know, we'll do a lot of bits and pieces and stuff like that at a time, and then kind of just throw them all together at one point when we're home and we can like focus on it and stuff. But otherwise, it's just a little too sporadic. Yeah.
Another thing you get to do when you're on the road, you get a lot of support acts. For you guys, you support bands, you play festivals, you go to CMJs, South Bys, all those sorts of things over the years. You know, what excites you musically these days? You know, what are you listening to?
You know what? The new Night Marchers record has been in like constant rotation. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I'm really excited to hear that new Arcade Fire record. I'm sure everyone is. But that one song is just such a tease, you know? They're playing in Brooklyn tonight.
Don't even get me started.
Did you hear about the scalping thing? And
it's like $5,000 a ticket.
There's one ticket online for $9,000.
I got a fucking ticket and it wouldn't take my credit card because I'm Australian.
No way.
Anyway, that's my rant.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's my rant.
I'm sorry.
I was going to go tomorrow night and I got a ticket and like I went on to the pre-sale and I'm like, oh shit, I got 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Went in, my credit card, it's like, you can't use this credit card. It's not Australian, not American. And normally you could just change a postcode to America and it works.
Yeah, it didn't
Couldn't
work.
even get that to work. And then lost the tickets and then got 2 more and then tried 2 different credit cards and still couldn't get it to work.
That's
so
crazy.
It's just like...
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I heard the news like this morning about how much tickets are. It's absolutely
They were only
insane.
$40.
To begin with, that's pretty good. But I mean now, like being $5,000 a piece or whatever.
Kind of wish I could have picked up 4 and you know paid for my trip. I would have sold them for $200. It would have been. I would never have sold them. Never have sold them.
Would have been awesome.
Yeah.
There's this band from Canada called Pup, who they just put out a new record and it's amazing. It's hard to describe. They're hard to pin down like as a genre, but they got a really cool eclectic mix of influences, it seems, and they're definitely worth checking out. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you know, Canada's home. Some great Canadian bands on that list.
Yeah, I think we're really lucky we grew up in Canada. When we started, like especially in Southern Ontario where we're from, you could so easily drive like a half hour every
Buffalo
day and play like a different town. You wouldn't pull anyone from these other cities. You know what I mean? It was just that town, and just that town, just that town. And there's always been a really good like support net of bands and like network of people. You know what I mean? Like you can meet and instantly get along with and become friends with. And then when we were kids when we were like 14 when we started the band. You'd like trade shows with bands, and then start to kind of tour around and then broaden your horizons a little bit more. Like each year or whatever a little bit. And there's always been so many rad bands in Canada, and it's just weird thing that like sometimes it's tough for a Canadian band to like break out across the border. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that we've had a lot of cool people like, take us under their wing and stuff. I think we're very lucky for that because for some reason it's tough for Canadian bands to pull it off. But I don't know. We're very appreciative of everyone that's helped us out along the way to try to prove that wrong.
Well, that leads me to my next question, and that's and my last question, and that's if you could talk to yourself as you were starting out your band at 14, what's one piece of advice you'd give yourself?
That's a good question. You know what? I would say, don't worry, your parents will understand one day. And they do now. At first, when we all wanted to just like be in a band and not go to school after high school and all that, like our parents were all not like pissed or anything, but they weren't very excited either. They're like, oh, you're going to be in a band. You're going to go get in a van and drive across the country, and then we'll just hope you come home alive. Like a typical human reaction if you're a parent, I'm sure. And but we're surrounded by so much positive support now with our friends and family. It's incredible. Yeah, I probably just tell myself that it'll blow over.
Just took a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
And hope to get you down to Australia 2014.
Likewise.